What?
So,
Man, I don't know what to say.
you don't need to say anything.
Oh my goodness, that is gorgeous.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing!
Wow, that is beautiful. Beautiful, oh man.
If you'd like to follow the process of turning a block of wood like this into a guitar like this, then you've come to the right place. And if you would like to see me give this guitar away, click subscribe, hit the bell. Last week, I posted my 52nd weekly video, so that means I have just completed 1 year. I started doing these videos and posting them a year ago. I wasn't sure if I was going to make a year or not when I started off, but we have, and I guess it's kind of fun to think back what has taken place over the last year. There were 5 guitars that I specifically built custom and gave away. There was 1 guitar that was a repair, and then there was 1 guitar that I finished, but I was planning to keep it, and then I ended up selling it. It'd be fun to do just quick little kind of a montage of going back over the last year and celebrating what took place. The first guitar that I gave away in this last year of building to give away guitars was a guitar that I started before I decided to start doing the YouTube channel. And so that one, I knew who it was going to go to. It was going to a young guy that became my son-in-law not too long ago. And it was a left-handed Telecaster guitar made with zebra wood primarily and some Purple Heart.
It's on the fold.
Yeah, just
Right here.
What? Wait a minute.
Put it on the table.
Guitar case?
Here. Here.
Okay.
Here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Should I put
Let's
it?
take a look inside. Pretty, isn't it?
Yeah. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh. What is this? What?
Oh, Dad, it's so pretty.
Welcome back to another exciting day of Let's Build a Guitar. What better thing could you do with a Friday morning, if that's when you're watching it? Because I'm assuming that you're all wanting to watch it as soon as it comes out. Nothing better to do in life, right? Gonna set up a few things. Corman's gonna be coming over in just a little bit. We're gonna try and get more done. We were hoping to get more in the last video. We were hoping to get more completed than we did. We didn't, so now we are going to try and get that done. The next 2 guitars that I built were very similar to each other, and those were the Union Jack guitars. Now, I came up with the idea after seeing Paul McCartney's bass in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland, Ohio, and it had this Union Jack flag on it. But I thought, how cool would it be to use different types of wood and build the Union Jack flag into that? Now, by the way, just so you know, I understand that it's not a Union Jack unless it's a flag that is flown at sea with the Royal Navy, right? So I get that, but these guitars have a 1/4-inch jack in them, so in my mind, I can call it a Union Jack. And I made 2 of them, and I think they turned out really pretty sweet. Now the body design, the shape itself was my design. It is based off of a Rickenbacker bass, but the lines are different. I changed the lines a little bit, but I just had that similarity to that Rickenbacker bass look. And so that's my own body design with the Union flag pieced in with a different wood. The first one of those Union Jack guitars went to a young guy named Caden, who was trying to figure out what to do with college and where to go, and if he wanted to go into doing some music ministry stuff, if if he was going to go or not. And so this guitar went to him. He was nominated by his pastor. I just felt like that guitar needed to go to Caden. I'm giving them away, and this is your guitar.
No way.
And I'm hoping that it will just be an affirmation for you that you're on the right path.
Wow. So you built this?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Man. Huh.
So
Man, I don't know what to say.
you don't need to say anything. Do you want to hear it?
I would love to hear it.
Corwin was foolish enough to follow, Corwin was the wise and decided to follow my choice for pickups. And so we're gonna do an EMG 81 or 85X in here. We'll make that decision later, but it's the same route. In here, we're gonna do the EMG SAX, and we're gonna come through the back side and just have the pickup itself kind of pop up through the front. So to do that, it's going to require 3 templates. We're going to do one template from the front that goes all the way through, and then in the back we'll have one where our back plate will rest into, and then the other one would go all the way through to allow the pickup to move up to where it needs to be. So, and we need to do that without going all the way through the body on the top side, or we make it look really bad. Or if that were to happen, then we just might go to another humbucker instead of the SAX, because we'd have too big of a hole. Not that I've ever done that before. I'm fibbing. Of course, there was also this giveaway in which we got the phone call that our son was laying in a park with a broken leg, and it ended up not being actually physically broken. When we met him at the hospital, the surgeon thought it was broken and was getting ready to go into surgery with him, and then with the x-rays, just realized it was severely dislocated. The foot was like pulled out from the leg and moved over to the side, so it took a while for him to go through some healing. They just put him out and they put the foot back into place. Thanks for any prayers that you guys gave. I know some of you have been asking about him, and so he's doing pretty well now. It's still sore, it still hurts months later, but he's doing all right.
You have dessert anyway. This is for you. It's not for me though.
That's, yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously. So it's not a Gibson. It says Gibson there, but it's one that I made.
you.
Dude,
You're
yeah,
welcome.
thank you. Thank you.
So
Let me, so I don't hit Rachel. Oh my goodness, that is gorgeous.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing!
Thank you. Wow.
Wow!
Wow. I'm speechless. Thank you.
it's the fight for joy. So
Wow.
That is
it's
so
like
cool.
This
to encourage you. And
What a gorgeous instrument.
thank you. Yeah.
That is so cool.
So
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
My
I know
joy.
what I'll be doing
Our
all
pleasure.
afternoon.
I know.
to try and give you an idea, when you're cutting a thicker piece of wood, if your blade is angled at all one way or the other, these pieces of wood are not going to fit tight together. And so getting all those little pieces and these angles and stuff so that they would fit tight, that was a real challenge. But we got it done. They looked really great. Got a lot of good feedback on it, so I think a lot of people like those guitars. All right, so Corwin was just asking about the depth of the cavity, which is really close to about 3/4 of an inch deep is what we do. And then there's these little ears. We usually go a little bit deeper. We've got enough thickness with this that we can just go down a little bit deeper. But if you look actually on this template, you see here the depths. So what it's saying is bridge is 13/16 of an inch deep, which 13/16 is just slightly over 3/4 of an inch, right? Well, Corwin, we need to do a death march now. He was just routing with my little Bosch Colt, which, by the way, this little palm router is fantastic. I love the thing. I've had it, I suppose, for a few years, and I've gone through a lot of guitars and wood, but the motor sounds like it's burning out on it. I'll have to take a look at it more later, but we'll have to move to the other router, and might have to go buy myself another one of these here soon. After the Union Jack guitars, I finished off one of the guitars like this, one of my X Horizons, and I brought that one to Milwaukee, Wisconsin for giving it to Mr. Untouchable Lee. His younger brother Terry had nominated him. They had quite a story. Terry had been on, because of Terry's health, Terry had been on a Make-A-Wish Foundation trip out to California to meet some vocal actors for video games and stuff that he likes. And while he was there, his mom had a brain aneurysm and passed away. And so his older brother Pierre basically took over raising Terry and Terry's two sisters and their triplets, so the three of them. And so he nominated Pierre. Pierre's a musician in Milwaukee area, and so that one was a lot of fun to give to him. I loved Pierre's response to me as I met him at the door of a Culver's. He had no idea that this is why he was going to Culver's. Okay, we just got a text from Terry. They are on their way. He was having a hard time convincing his brother to get here, so now they're on their way, and we should see him in a few minutes. Mr. Untouchable Lee, you make it really hard to surprise.
How you doing, man?
Doing good. You know how much he loves you?
My little brother. Oh, no.
Dang, I didn't get your reaction.
Oh, we got it. We got it.
Okay.
Oh, you gonna make me cry.
He worked really hard
They try to get me
To
out
get
of the
you-
bed today.
and surprise you.
Oh, man. I don't know what to say.
Dang, I thought
You want to come in and see it?
Yeah, oh.
There you go. Open it up.
Wow, that is beautiful. Wow.
Gonna work for you?
Yes, this, oh my goodness. I have a show tonight. I'm bringing it to my show tonight.
Strap
Wow.
locks are in the case.
Oh, I have to give you a hug.
He's routed most of the way through. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this on the side. We are going to go all the way through, but at the moment I don't want to go all the way through because I don't want to hit the table, obviously. So I take it to the edge of the guitar and I can move it down, and that way I can see where my bottom is as I go, and I'm not touching there, so that should be good. And then that's going to be the deepest that we go with this bit. Okay, we're gonna flip it over now. I'm gonna take this off. move the router up there. Go ahead and give the towel a shake off. So, second here. I'm just gonna drill through the rest of the way. Oh, I didn't even have to drill, I just had to push. Okay. That'll be okay, we're gonna have to sand the back anyway. Shoot, that's a pretty good chunk though. But,
Oof.
yeah. Okay. Boy, I think we can get that to go in there real nicely again.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that took a big chunk out. Goodness. Mahogany's kind of brittle. I mean, we could sand this down far enough, but that's a pretty good amount there. We'll see what it looks like, but I'm going to set this aside. We're going to keep that. We're going to change out the bits, so unplug it. One of the things that I've learned is that it can be real discouraging when you're working on things that it doesn't go quite the way you want to. Like this piece kind of broke out on the back side. But the question then is, how good of a job can you do fixing it and repairing it? This actually isn't shredded, or, I mean, it is a perfect fit. So we're going to be able to glue this back in and keep it. First, we're going to cut out the rest of everything we have, then we'll add this back in, and then we'll cut out the portion of this that we won't be using once it's all glued in. So we're going to keep this intact. Don't beat yourself up too bad if something doesn't go quite right. Just learn how to fix it. So we're going to fix it. And if Corwin wants to say, this one's not good enough anymore, give me yours, I would do that too. But I think we'll get this looking pretty good yet.
I'll stick with my mistakes. Or your mistakes.
Or my mistakes. All right, actually just brought in Corwin's guitar here to finish up. By the way, remember how we had a little bit of a chip on this wange? It's like right in here is where the chip was. And you saw me patching it with some glue and some wange dust. You can't even see where it was, which is fantastic. So that's really good. So we had this little chip break off here, and we are going to put that back in place, and that would be like this. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to glue this whole piece in, and then later we're just going to cut this out, the part that we don't use here in the center. So we're going to get this glued in. I just need glue on a little here and a little there, and then we're going to clamp it in. Now it's fitting in there good. Take a little bit of that extra glue off. Oh, this is going to be just fine. You're not even going to be able to tell. So once I get that done, I got waxed paper. How are we doing?
We're good.
Okay. And then we'll give that a day or so to dry, and then I'll be able to sand it and cut. You won't even be able to tell. So you're probably going to leave it here now, unless you want to take it like this.
No.
But you can if you want. If you've been following the Let's Build a Guitar videos, then you know that I've been working on a guitar for an Army veteran that I grew up with. His name's Tony. Where do you want to sit, or do you want to stand?
Well, I want to stand so I can look
Okay.
at it.
All right.
See, now you're so guitar mindly. You know, I watch your videos and you
Yeah.
all about pickups and all this stuff, and I have no idea about that stuff.
Yeah. Got you a leather strap. So and it's got strap locks on it, so I'll just put those on, you can leave them on.
Beautiful. Oh man. Oh my word.
You said either deep red or deep purple.
Yeah.
I thought about pink polka dot, but
Oh, Steve, that is beautiful.
except now you screwed up your hand and it's going to be kind of hard to play for a little bit here.
Well, I just won't be able to touch the neck and that.
Oh, shoot.
MRIs and CAT scans to see if there's any blood clots in the bottom of my brain. And
Okay.
but the biggest thing was my tumor that I had, and they did surgery to get that out. Well, then the scar tissue from the surgery is what makes me have seizures and that. And when I did that, then I forgot everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my short-term memory is terrible. But my long-term memory, shoot, I can remember stuff from 50 years ago.
Yeah?
You know?
Yeah. You didn't think I'd like that. You're funny. Absolutely gorgeous curly maple and stained red. And so this went to Tony, an Army vet who has had some disabilities because of a brain aneurysm that he experienced, and then a tumor grew in the brain because of the aneurysm. Intermixed in this whole last year, we visited the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and we visited Dave Roussan, who built the original cloud guitars for Prince. And we also visited Josh Rick over at J. Rick Guitars over in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, to see some of his work and also some of your guitar build stories, which has been really fun for me to see some of your guitar build stories.
Yeah, so this is the Camber. This is just the second one of these I've made. Got a couple more coming up here, but this is a quilted maple top with swamp ash back.
It's a beautiful back too, isn't it?
Yeah, thanks.
I love that.
Yeah, I did the back and sides in a satin in the neck, and then with a gloss top. Ebony fingerboard, ebony tailpiece. This has actually a brass underlay in here, so it can be grounded and also give it some structural integrity.
Nice. If you would like to have me feature your guitar build story, you can look at the information down below, how to contact me and send your information, your pictures, and I would love to feature some of that. Guys, thanks for an incredible last year. I appreciate it. I appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe if this has been of any interest to you at all. Thanks for your support and encouragement. Bless you. Keep fighting for joy. We'll see you next week when we continue helping Corwin along with his Telecaster style guitar build. Catch you next week.